everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today, there's going to be a pair of wide receivers looking to make big plays on the field. It's Allen Hurns' Jaguars going up against Browns Steelers. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And we say hi again, one and all. Brandon Guyton here as we count you down to kickoff. And I turn to my partner, that's Charles Davis. And, Charles, I know even a former defensive back like you can admire some of the receivers in the game today. And Larry showed us a couple that are very likely to stand out in this one.
Yeah, and it's hard for me to admit that I actually admire receivers. But with their acrobatics, with their speed, with their moxie, and the way they go up and get the football, they can change the outcome of a game in an instant.
Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Leading the Jags out of the field is a man who's officially 1-0 as a starter in the playoffs, and that's Blake Bortles. Now, he only threw for 87 yards, and you mentioned it to me off air. We talked about it. He ran for more yards than he threw for. Hey, they got the win. 10-3 wasn't pretty, but a win is a win is a win.
You're exactly right, and if you accentuate the positive of what we saw, he knew the right times to take off, use his legs to their advantage, pick up key first downs, key yardage, and helped his team out. Yeah, he didn't throw the ball particularly well. He's 12 of 23, as you mentioned, 87 yards. But those 88 rush yards were huge. And the bottom line for a quarterback is finding ways to win the game. So we can criticize him all we want about his throwing, and he'll need to improve that as he continues to move forward. But remember this, they picked up the fifth-year option on it. So for everyone thinking that Blake Bortles might be on his way out, let's wait and see. There may be some competition, but Blake Bortles could easily be the quarterback going forward for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Well, Charles, you know, as the Jags come back out here on offense, we got to look forward to what they're going to face. Because, look, they had trouble against the number 26 defense at home. What are they going to do against the number 5 defense on the road this week?
Well, they've got to press the running game no matter what. I know that it's going to be tough to run the football, but you've got to keep feeding the ball to Leonard Fournette, Chris Ivory, TJ Yeldon if he's available. Make sure they touch it and control the clock a little bit. Second thing is you look at your quarterback and say, hey, number 5, you got to make some throws. You've got to hit a few throws for us to loosen things up and keep drives going. If he's able to do that, remember, they beat this Pittsburgh Steelers team during the regular season, beat them convincingly. With their defense, if they can control the ball and not turn it over, they can be in this one too.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's got room. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
In today's NFL, you're not just looking for height from your cornerbacks. You're looking for length in order to combat the tall wide receivers that they have to play against each and every week. And Artie Burns has all of that. In addition, he has the ability to change direction and make plays on the football in the air. And finally, he's a willing tackler, which is really key for cornerbacks today.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now they'll throw it. Bortles. They set up the screen to Ivory. And now running right through it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, When guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Here's Chris Ivory with his first carry. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
3rd down now following the run. Bortles trying the option to the right. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. Does the big boy have the juice? 20, 10, and they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
Another tough one there for Blake Bortles, partner. 2015, led the league in fumbles as a quarterback, right? Had 14 of them. But you just expect that to get better with experience in the league and, of course, better support from his offensive line. In this case, though, he kind of reverted back to that year.
The Steelers' offense now, they head back onto the field. Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team, because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Here's a run with a fullback, Tommy Bohannon. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back.
Holding offense.
The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
First offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still 2nd down.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Following the penalty, it's Ivory. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. And now, Charles, what do? You want to create some space here for your punter if you have to punt.
I think maybe you just go quarterback sneak and try and create that space and hope your punter can help you out.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. In his own end zone, it's Bortles. And he is going to go down in the end zone. Down goes Bortles. It's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So that one will be accepted.
Automatic first down.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Partner, we noted that Ben Roethlisberger sat out Week 17. Le'Veon Bell did as well. Had a chance to possibly win the rushing crown, but since he didn't play, fell just shy. Still a great season, 1,291 yards on the ground.
And I think a smart decision. You know, that just shows you that it's not all about individual statistics. He had an eye towards the playoffs, an eye towards trying to get to the Super Bowl. You remember last year when they played in the conference championship game, he was very ineffective due to an injury he had suffered during the playoffs. So I think Le'Veon Bell made a smart move, a smart decision, and look out, because everyone's got to defend this guy, both running the football and, of course, catching it out of the backfield.
This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 6 there on first. Antonio Brown with a reception. Yeah, something you hear a lot. Named an All-Pro for the 4th time this year. He was the only unanimous choice of the 2017 All-Pro team.
And he missed the final 2 games of the season with a calf injury. That tells you the respect that he garnered. And people just go, hey, listen, he's just one of the best. I'm not worried about what he misses. Now think about this. He gets healthy now, gets the fresh legs back. And now Big Ben's got his #1 target back in the lineup. That could be dangerous for whoever plays them.
A Steeler first down, Roethlisberger to Bryant. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now a first down carry by Bell. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Bell. And not much running room. Down to the 32. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. This one complete right side to McDonald. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will give us the very rare scoreline of 5-0. So it's our first offensive points of the game so far, and it gives us a very rare scoreline. We don't see this one often, 5-0.
Yeah, it's been sort of a weird one to this point, hasn't it? But hey, in this league, you take points any way you can get them.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. You don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now Bortles. Oh, and Lewis lost the football. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Caught right side, it's Lewis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game. And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best. They go play action here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass. A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good. How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Bortles. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses. It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle. They come out here in the eye. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Blake Bortles, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch? Josh Lambo now for the point after. And the lead is now 2. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. On the return, Fitzgerald to Son. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. It's a tight game here early. More from the Steel City coming up after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally, I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they... Here comes Blake Bortles now to lead his offense back out there. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. They begin with a run by Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Bortles to throw on second down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry.
And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
One of the things that's really difficult for an offense is often identifying how to block a 3-4 defense. Well, when they're coming on a blitz, even more difficult. They're elusive targets and hard to hit.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. And Lewis has it, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
First down, this is Ivory. They find some open field here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game, and that's tough for a defensive coordinator. They want to spot that lineup coming into the game early so they can get the proper defensive personnel on the field. That's why the coordinator is relying on some of the assistants to tell him what offensive personnel is hitting the field so he can adjust accordingly. They weren't able to stop him on that run.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And that'll make it third down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Bortles. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Shotgun now for Bortles. And avoids the contact by sliding. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. His pass caught at the 4. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Lambo to add on the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now out come the Steelers. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. James has got it, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. 1st and 10. It's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here's a former 1,000-yard rusher, it's Stephen Ridley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Chris Ivory again gearing up to help lead this offense. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Play action. It's Bortles. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The veteran tight end, Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here. So for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
So on 4th down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Man open left side is Brown. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a first. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Calais Campbell able to drop him for a loss of 4. Now Ben on 3rd and long. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
So they decline it, as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Throwing on first down is Bortles. His throw incomplete. Charles, by the way, totally switching gears. Did you see the Andy Dalton Buffalo Bills thing and how much money has been given to his charities since he had the winning pass that put the Bills in the playoffs?
How about the Bills fans? Now, number one, obviously appreciative of the pass Andy Dalton made on 4th and 12, right, to Tyler Boyd, and he goes the whole way, and they get to the playoffs. Number two, the Bills haven't been to the playoffs in 17 years. So I heard that a lot of fans donated in $17 increments to represent the 17 years. And last I heard, somewhere around $345,000 goes to Andy Dalton's charity, his foundation. So it's a win-win all the way around. And the best part was, this weekend in Jacksonville, I saw a picture of a Bills fan wearing a Bills jersey, number 14, with the name Dalton on the back of it. How about that?
Only bad news for the Bills fans, an early exit with a 10-3 defeat. The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go now. 390. 390.
Here's Bortles to throw. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Here's Brad Nordman now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. With it is Brown. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here. 1st and 10. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. If you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Brown. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone to the chalk of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Roethlisberger. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down.
That's a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work up.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. And Boswell's kick is good. And that'll move him back within 6 now. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good, because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Here's Corey Grant now to return. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Steelers haven't played their best football and trail because of it. The Jaguars will want to come out after the half and really put the pressure on from the start. Here we go. Let's do this. Here's your first half highlights. Jaguars taking the field for their opening drive. Ivory's found on the quick pass and catch, and he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to the 42-yard line. Jags would later turn it over on a fumble. Now after the fumble, here the defense will come up with a pick. Postlesny's reading the play and comes away with it, ending the drive. Now first and 10, here the pass would be completed into coverage, and he'll be tackled at the 16-yard line. Later on the drive, Bortles going to run off the left side, and he'll end up sprinting into the end zone. The Jaguars up now by 2, about halfway through the second. Coverage breaks down here, and after the short pass, he'll score. That takes the lead up to 9. So that'll do it for us. We'll go back down to Pittsburgh for the second half.
All right, Larry, thank you. A fairly tight game here as we get set to resume play in this second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The second half starts with a carry by Bell. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
On second down, Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And it'll bring up third down. The Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is third down and 12. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Throw left side complete. It's James. And he'll get nothing out of that one. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They go play action here on first down. Completes it to Lee. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green, 90.
Play action. Now it's Bortles. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cameron Hayward in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Brandon, with the last couple of plays for the offense not being good at all, my thought process as a coordinator, get the ball in the hands of my best player and see if I can salvage anything out of this drive.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
There we go now. 390.
Now Bortles. He's going to air one out. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Blake Bortles simply cannot keep putting his team, putting his defense in these types of predicaments. He's got to take care of the football.
And last season, a lot of the turnovers, just like this one, in Jags territory, 11 of the 16 really put them in a tough spot in plus territory for the opposition. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down. A give to Bell. And some room to roam now. Bell a 1st down and then some. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
So the run gets them the 1st, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. Now Roethlisberger. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's third down. And the Steelers on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Roethlisberger will throw. And that's incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So make it 3 field goals for him now. And this last one tightens things up a bit.
And I know that offense is on the sideline right about now, checking out the tablets and saying, man, we let a good chance slip away there. We've got to start finishing some of these drives.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And some room to work. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. So the false start will back them up 5.
False start, offense.
So that'll back them up 5. So now 1st and 15. A handoff to Fournette. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards there on the carry. Gets it back to 2nd and 11.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop it. 2nd down following the run. To throw is Bortles. Caught right side. It's Lewis. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
All right, say it with me now. There's a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty?
Yep.
Wily? Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names?
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
Here's a give to Fournette. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now they'll throw it. Bortles. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Marquise Lee, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Lambeau on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed.
Super toe.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Malik Jackson in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a third and long.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So the sack, and now a third and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And down he'll go at the 25. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Lee's got it over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 13 yards there, offset some of the penalty yardage as it's second down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Jaguars on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. Second down here. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The Steelers on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Roethlisberger. He completes it to Bryant. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And here we go on 1st and goal. Now Bell, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Now a play fake. Bortles looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. On play action, it's Bortles. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. Fresh set of downs here. They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. He's got Lewis. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that second down play.
No, it's all on your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Into the red zone, it's Bortles. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. 30. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. Extra point now by Boswell. And that will make this a 4-point game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Bortles now on first down. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it's a second down. On second down, here's Bortles. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Jaguars on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Bortles going to throw. And some space here. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go now. Blue 45.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Cole. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Bortles. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Brad Nordman now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. On the give, this is their fullback. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
2nd down, 9 yards to go. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And some room to maneuver. And he slides to avoid the hit. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. The give is to Bell. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. On 3rd down, here's Bell. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
When you're trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. "51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And he's got some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Throwing now is Bortles. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. T.J. Watt able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Jaguars on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. To throw is Bortles. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
Here's Brad Nortman now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. This is Bell. Showed off the power, but not much room to run. Brought down at the 5. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick.
Oh,
he will not go down.
Have to retape those ankles.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. And that's incomplete. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football. Bortles will try again on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Bortles now on 1st down. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Clock running as Bortles hurries to try to get his guys set. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. He'll look to throw. And before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Now whistles here. And I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Bortles got to have this one. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. An unbelievable play there on 4th and long. 42 yards. Back to throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. First down now, but that clock rolling. He's back to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there in the final minute. And the Jaguars have moved down in front here in the fourth quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And now it's second down. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's James. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play. Roethlisberger to throw. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. Second and 5. Here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Now it's Roethlisberger. Room here to run. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up second down. Roethlisberger got to get his guys to the line as quick as he can. And they will spike it with time remaining. And now they'll at least have a shot at a field goal here that could get them to overtime. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground at the 22-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
On first down, Bortles. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. To the air on second down. It's Bortles. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. But they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Third and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. Again, it's Bortles. Oh, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Decision time now on 4th and about 1.5 yards.
I can still hear my high school coach, John Ford, right now. I want my #1 play with my #1 runner over my #1 blocker. Get me the first down. But some may very well say, punt this thing away, pin them down deep, and play field position.
Here's Brad Nordman now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers' offense now, they head back onto the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. Again, it's Bell. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. Out of the pistol, it's Bell. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Charles, any chance they go for it here?
I think that there's a chance. They have to consider it because of the way they've played offense in this game. I mean, look at the scoreboard. Look at the points that they've put up. They feel confident that they can keep it going. But the risk is, and the downside is, you don't get it here, you've set up your opponent in really good field position.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Bortles now on 1st down. Lee's got it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. To throw, it's Bortles. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I love it. A scout told me that with his running style, this guy's always the hammer, never the nail, but also has the ability to break it off big, too.
I was on the field for a game he had last year at LSU, and there were some college boys warming up, and then Leonard Fournette walked in. He is a man.
Full grown.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
I've yet to meet a wide receiver who likes to block more than catching the football, but the best ones understand that that's how they'll actually get more passes thrown to them if they help in the run game. And anytime you get a run of that yardage, that means the wide receivers did help. They get down to what a lot of people call the 2nd level, the linebackers, or the 3rd level where the defensive backs are, and they get out in front and put their bodies out there and create more space for their runners to gain the yardage.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field.